It's an amazing day. I'm your host, Mike Shelton.
And I am Brittany Green. We are here today at the Capitol for Oklahoma Black History Day at the Oklahoma State Capitol. And we have our Senator here, Regina Goodwin. And
That's hard to say. It's serious.
Okay.
I've been calling you
That's
for
okay.
years.
That's fine. Regina's fine.
No, Senator. The Senator. She's earned it. Go ahead.
Earned it. So tell us, what does Black history mean to you?
Black history means everything to me because without Black history, without African folks, right? The cradle of civilization, we know God has created a beautiful and productive people. And so Black history is just an extension of our beginnings.
So tell us, Senator Goodwin, thank you so much. Thank you, first of all, for being on the show. But why is it important for the Black Caucus to continue to have this display, this program here at the Capitol?
Particularly, it's important. First of all, we want to thank Representative Jason Lowe having this idea and planting the seed. And we're in our third year now. Why it's important is because right now, history is under attack. Facts are under attack. And Black folks are under attack. So that being the case, we know the importance of our history. We know the importance of not just our history, but right now, what we're dealing with today, it's very important that we understand what our history has been so that we know that we've had ancestors that have gone through worse. And it's our challenge now to get through this day so that we can create new history, so that we can create a better path forward. And what I mean by that is when you are telling folks who are capable and qualified, Joint Chiefs of Staff, leadership is being fired, and he's a Black man, and we know that he's, oftentimes we have to be twice as good to get half as much. We know we've paid the dues, and to be summarily fired, we're going to have to stand up. Black folks, white folks, brown folks, red folks, yellow folks, we're going to all have to stand up and stand up for what's right. So that's why this day, celebrating our history is important, because it's not just about the past, it's very much about the present.
Now, our viewers, subscribers may not know exactly who you are, but you are the state senator of Senate District 11
Yes.
in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But you've not always been a senator, because you were a member of the House for how long?
Right. So I'm in my 10th year now, and blessed to serve, privileged to serve in the House District 73. Now, by God's grace, we are on the Senate side, Senate District 11. And every year that you're in this building, it does not get easier, right? And the climate across the globe, and particularly in Oklahoma, says that we have to stand up, we have to be informed. And I hope that the folks that are here today are going to visit their representatives and their senators. That it's not just about listening to other folks, but we want to hear what you all have to say. And then you being a former rep, right? You know what this is all about. You continue to be in the trenches. And so we thank you for your service. We thank you for even doing this podcast. Brittany, thank you for doing the podcast, being here. This is your house. It's important because our history is important.
Our history is important. Let me, and we're going to wrap it up, but I have one more question. It can't stop just here on Black History Day at the Oklahoma State Capitol. We are encouraging citizens from across the state to come to the Capitol and tell us why that's important.
Right. Well, and again, our history is American history, right? This is not for this month. But our history has catapulted us to great places in America and the globe. And so what we got to do now, while folks are here, I'm literally asking them to go stop by these offices, stop by, see your senator, see your representative, and folks that you've never met. Meet them and express, let them hear your voices on what you like, what you don't like, and particularly as it relates to diversity, equity, and inclusion. That had it not been for diversity, equity, and inclusion, we wouldn't be here, right? I would not be in this position as a senator had it not been for somebody smart enough and astute enough to say, guess what? We've got some capable folks in all races, all ethnicities, and everybody deserves equity. Everybody deserves inclusion, and everybody deserves to be seen as diverse and bringing something to the table. So diversity, equity, inclusion matters, not just on this day.
But this is going to put you on the spot.
All right,
and breaking news right now that you will come back on this podcast.
Oh, that's an easy one. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, Mike said this is not a question.
Oh, we ain't got the question.
Oh,
We ain't got the
no.
question. Because if they got rid of Joy Reid and they're getting rid of folks that we need, it's important that we have outlets like yours. It's important that we continue to support Joy Reid and all of those other folks, because information is power. Accurate information is power.
in there.
I got one
She's got a
question
question.
because I keep
Sorry.
saying in your presence and not that. So as Black women, we often are under the microscope. We work 10 times harder than everybody else to get to where we are. So tell us who some of your mentors have been for you to get to where you are.
My mama, that was an easy question. My grandma, that was an easy question.
You know,
And I can tell you there have been a number of women throughout history. We spoke about, we can talk about Louis Williams, we can talk about Claire Luther, we can talk about Hannah Atkins. There's so many folks that we can talk about that have set the standard, and even today, if we can just do a little bit of what they did, it'll be all right. But what's really important right now for all women, all men, young boys, girls, is that we have the courage to stand up and fight for what's right. And so we need all hands on deck. And that's where we are in this fight right now.
well, you heard it here all about the Facts podcast with Mike and Brittany. So we've got Senator Goodwin. She has said it now that she's going to come back to our show. So we are looking forward to
That's
that.
an easy question.
Easy question. So
Thank you all for having me.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mike.
Yep.